Ajax are your early door leaders over in the brand new squeaky clean 2024-2025 Europa League. Also in the mix to qualify are Spurs, Galatasaray and Rangers. But what will happen in match day number 2? We're going to get into it next. That's right, folks, back once again in another video. Today is all about match number 2 in this year's Europa League, and we'll get to it in a second. If you're new, where you been? Smash your subscribe button. You want to stop shop for Europa League, Blackburn Rovers, world football. We're going to all hear under one Ruski. Yes, unbeaten or perfect start so far. Rangers, Slavia Prague, Stoja Bucharest are in there. But of course, who will make it 2 wins out of 2? Well, we'll take a little look at it in a second. Of course, big shout out to the VIPs. They are the patrons. You know who you are. And a big shout out to Case Gift Gaff, brand new patron. Also, big shout out to the members of Blackburn Overseas. Big shout out to you guys for being part of the family. Now, there is another way for you guys to be part of the family. What am I talking about? Well, I'm going to talk about it next. I'm talking about this, guys. It is a perfect chance for you to become part of the family by going ahead and vote. We are voting for Best Club Content Creator Football League, Best Podcast Football League. We're talking about this channel where you are right here, right now. It is free. It takes you 20 seconds. The link is on the screen. It's also in the description. There's also a QR code on there. Piece of piddle. And if you've got more than 20 seconds, if you've got a minute to spare, maybe you can squeeze in 3 votes. That's right. Do as many as you can to give Blackburn Overseas the chance to win some glory this coming November. We are trying to become the first Rovers team to actually win it. I think there was one that came in second a couple of years back. But please give us some glory and go ahead and vote. We are talking about match number 2 over in the Europa League. Let's talk about the predictions, though, from the first round of games. So here they come. Right, AC Alkmaar with a big 3-2 win over Elfsborg. I went with the 2-0 win myself, but Glimt did beat Porto 3-2. What a shocker that was. United and Twente could not be separated 1-1 in the end. Slavia Prague 2-0 winners on the road against Ludogorets Razgrad. Galatasaray big 3-1 win at home. Going to make them count. Lazio 3-0 winners over Kiev. Good win for them. They could not be separated. Midtjylland and Hoffenheim 1-1 in the end. Anderlecht did beat Ferencvárosi 2-1. Nice and Sociedad did draw 1-1 in the end. Fenerbahce beating St. Gilloise 2-1. Rangers getting a big win on the road, 2-0 win over Malmö. Roma and Bilbao in the battle of Serie A and La Liga, all square. Frankfurt, Victoria Pinson, what a game that was. 6 goals in it, 3-3 in the end. Spurs, 3-0 winners over Qarabağ, got that one bang on the nose. Ajax, 4-0 demolition of Besiktas to go top of the pops. And 2-1 win Braga over Maccabi Tel Aviv. Lyon, 2-0 winners over Olympiakos. And Stoja Bucharest with that 4-1 win over RFS. All right, now a quick look at the table then before we get into the old Super Brew. Now this is how it stands right now after match number 1. As you can see, Porto downwards. They would be out, eliminated. If you're in this green or this slightly shaded green area, you'd be on the brink of qualification. You've got to go through a playoff. So that's the situation there. At the top end, though, it is Ajax. FCSB are up there. Lazio, Spurs, Galatasaray, Slavia Prague, Rangers and Lyon. It is game 1, match 1. Lots to come still in this. So don't get too disheartened. Meanwhile, there's lots to do over in the Super Brew. That's right, with Macca top of the charts, 22.5 this past week. Absolutely hammering it. As for me, I'm in mid-table, 18 points for me in this past week in the prediction. Please get involved. It's 100% free. It's a small league. We need more of you, so please get involved. That is the actual first round and current leader board. If you want to get involved, this is the link. It is free, still early days. Get in amongst it, get predicting, and I'll see you on the dark side. Don't forget to vote. Please. I'm begging you, please. Please get in there and vote. Vote and votiness. Alrighty then, here we go with match day number 2, just around the corner, and we've got some absolute ding-dong classics to look forward to. So without further ado, hopefully we're just going to get going and plough through these. And yeah, let's take a little look at the first game at the top of the graphic. It is over in Prague. Let's get into it. It's Slavia Prague up against Ajax. What a cracker we have on our agenda. It's Jindřich Čeprivský for Slavia Prague. 83% forward for them right now, winning 5 on the spin. As of recording, that's the 28th of September. Up against Ajax and Francesco Farioli. That's, of course, unbeaten also in the last 5 matches. Now, they've played 3 times since 2007. 2 wins for Slavia Prague, nothing for Ajax. There's been 1 draw between the 2 sides. The last time that these 2 sides played over at Prague, it was a 2-1 win for Prague back in August 2007. 7. Praga on the back of a 2-0 win over Ludogorets last time. Ajax with that 4-0 win over Besiktas last time. The bookies for this one, though, oh, bollocks. I don't know. I don't have the bookies. They're not there. So it's all about the gut. And my gut says it's going to be a tight one. I think I'm backing, yes, I am. 2-1 win. Slavia Prague taking it. Let's get on over to Italy now as Lazio take on Nice, which is very, very nice indeed. Now, these two sides have played 3 times since 2013, 3 wins out of 3. For Lazio, that's right, coming at you with Marco Baroni in the dugout. Currently find themselves third in this new squeaky clean table. 42% form for them right now. Winning 2 and losing 2 of the last 4. Up against Nice under Frank Heiser. 50% form for them, winning 2, losing 2 and drawing 2 over the last 6. Last time they played at this very venue was a 1-0 win for Lazio. That was back in November 2017. And Lazio on the back of a 3-0 win over Dinamo Kiev. Coming at you with Nice, drawing with Rīgas Sociedad last round. No bookies odds on this one. We are coming at you hot off the bloody plate. Of course, so we're going to go with my gut. My gut says, I think Lazio are going to win this one. 2-0 winners. Job done. Piece of cake. On to the next. Next up, it is Maccabi Tel Aviv taking on Midtjylland coming out of Denmark. Now, this match will actually take place over at the Partizan Stadium over in Serbia. Of course, Maccabi Tel Aviv under Zurko Lazatic, actually. 83% form for them right now. They sit 26th in this group. Midtjylland from the Danes, 20th in the table, 67% form for them. Back-to-back draws coming at you, including a draw against a draw against Hoffenheim last time around. Maccabi Tel Aviv with a 2-1 loss to Braga in this last competition. They actually have a winning streak of 9 matches at home, or whenever they've been classed as the home side. Hoffenheim, though, looking for their Midtjylland looking for the first win since the Danish Cup against Hillerød. No odds on this one. Tricky one to call this. I think I'm leaning towards. I'm going for a 1-0 win. Tel Aviv to take it back to winning ways. That will make it 6 wins out of the possible last 7. Let's go over to Hungary now as Ferencvárosi taking on Tottenham Hotspur, that's right. Of course, a match never played these two sides. Ferencvárosi with Pascal Janssen in the dugout. 83% form for them right now, just 1 defeat in the last 6. They are unbeaten in the last 16 home matches are Ferencvárosi. Spurs, 3 wins on the bounce. 67% form for them right now, coming at you as well. Spurs will be taking on Manchester United on the 29th. Ferencvárosi taking on Puskás Academia in their next match. Both sides, well, actually, Ferencvárosi expected to win. Spurs could lose against Manchester United next up. But big win last round for Spurs. I think they'll make it another win here at the Grupo Mama Arena. I'm going to go with a 2-0 win Spurs, taking it 2 wins out of 2 and 2 clean sheets on the spin in this competition. Head on over to Spain now as we go to the Real Arena. Sociedad taking on Anderlecht, coming at you out of the Europa League. Real Sociedad under a bit of pressure with Emmanuel Aguilera in the dugout without a win in the last 6 matches. They might be in action as we speak. But of course, coming into on the back of that draw against Nice. Up against Anderlecht, 58% form for them right now. Just 1 defeat in the last 6. Picking up a 2-1 win over Ferencvárosi last time around. They'll take on Dender in the Europa League in Belgium prior to this game. We're expected to win that game, and I got no odds, though, for this match in particular. But, Sociedad have been woeful, both in the league and so far in this competition. And I don't think it's going to turn anytime soon. So I'm going to go with another draw here. I'm going to go sit on the fence. 0-0 draw. Real Sociedad need to change things, and big time. Otherwise, they could be in trouble both here and domestically. Turn on over to Greece now as the Kyriakis Stadium is the venue. Olympiakos up against Braga. A match that's been played just the one time since 2012. It was a friendly and it ended up all square on that one. Olympiakos, though, 58% form without a win in the last 3. Up against Braga, back-to-back wins for them. 67% form for them, Homenacha, including a 2-1 win last time around against Tel Aviv. Olympiakos did lose to Lyon most recently, with the last victory coming over Lamina in the Superliga over in Greece. No odds on this one. Could it be tight as well, but I think at home, Olympiakos is where it's all at. Difficult place to go, intimidating, and I think this is going to be no different. 2-1 win over Braga to claim their first win in the Europa League. Let's go over to Azerbaijan now. Long way to go for us all as Qarabağ take on Malmö. Qarabağ managed by Guban Gubanov up against Henrik Ridston and Malmö. Of course, Qarabağ 50% form for them right now, winning 3 and losing 3 over the last 6 games. Malmö 50% form for them, winning 2, losing 2 and drawing 2, including a loss against Rangers most recently. Qarabağ on the back of that 3-0 loss to Spuds most recently. Got no odds here though. What we're going to back Qarabağ here should be to get a point, 1-1 in the end, but maybe even leaning towards a victory for Qarabağ, but ultimately they will not lose this game. Let's go back to Germany now as Hoffenheim take on Dinamo Kiev. That's right, Pellegrino Matarazzo's Hoffenheim struggling at the moment without a win in the last 4. Taking on Bremen tomorrow up against Dinamo Kiev, who did lose to Lazio most recently 3-0 in this competition on match number 1. It's been back-to-back games now without a goal for Kiev as they struggle to find the back of the net. They're on 67% form for them right now, coming at you without a win in 2 matches. No bookies again on this one. In fact, no bookies on all of them, but I think the Germans will nick this one despite Hoffenheim's woeful form in the league. 2-1 win, Hoffenheim to take it on their own turf. Perfect time to talk about the vote. That's right. Blackburn Overseas up for 2 gongs. Best club content creator and best podcast, both for the Football League and the Football Content Creator Awards, but I need your vote. Please head on over to the link down there, Cutley/vote BRFC. Also QR code if you're savvy. The link is in the description. I've done all the hard work for you. All you need to go over there is click on those 2, be done with it. Let me know down below, but if you got more time, do it more than once. Please, 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 vote. Turn on over to Latvia now as RFS take on Galatasaray. Rīgas managed by Viktoras Moresos of Latvia up against Galatasaray. Uka Budic in the dugout for the Turkish juggernauts. 83% form for the hosts. They've won 7 home matches in a row. Up against Galatasaray, they've won 5 matches on the row. And of course, got the likes of Victor Osimhen up top. Rīgas did lose last time round to Steaua Bucharest. Galatasaray picking up a 3-1 win over PAOK to join the juggernauts such as Steaua Bucharest in the top 8. They're currently coming at you at 5th, and they are the dark horse, one of the dark horses for the tournament. No odds again on this one, but we're going to back the Turkish team here over Latvia. Going to go with a 2-0 win on the road to make it back-to-back wins and a great start to the competition overall. See you, by the way. It's Rangers up against Lyon, of course, coming at you over at Ibrox on the 3rd of October. 5 times they have played since 2007, Rangers and Lyon. 2 wins apiece and 1 draws. It's Philippe Clement from Belgium in the dugout up against Pepe Sage of Lyon in the dugout for the Frenchies. 83% form for them right now, just 1 defeat in the last 6, including a 2-0 win over Malmö most recently. Lyon, 42% form for them right now, just 1 defeat in the last 4. And of course, they picked up a 2-0 win over Olympiakos most recently. The last time that they played at this venue was a 2-0 win for Lyon back in the Europa League Group A back in the 2021-22 campaign. No odds on this one, but I am going to go back for the hosts on this one. Rangers, 2-1 win on the road turf. They should come out on top. What a match we have on our hands over in Portugal, of course, at the Estadio de Dragão, as Porto up against Manchester United. Victor Bruno in the dugout for Porto, 67% form for them right now. 2 defeats at the last 6, including a loss to Glimt most recently. Manchester United, back-to-back draws coming at you. That was against Twente, but they'll be taking on Tottenham before this match. Porto take on Arukia in that match. Both sides expected to win their games, but I think the United have the more trickier of the 2. Now, these 2 sides are familiar foes, playing 5 times since 2004. 1 win for Porto, 2 for United. There's been 2 draws, of course, including a win, though, for United. Last time at this venue, it was a 1-0 win for Manchester United back in the quarter-final stages of the Champions League in April 2009. No bookies odds here, but I think this is going to be a much more tight of a match. But it's going to be a classic. Goals in it galore, 2-2 in the end. I think Porto will be the happier than United. Back over to Greece we go, and it's PAOK taking on FCSB, aka Steaua Bucharest, who are second in the table at the moment with the Cypriot coach Ilias Chalamoubas. Up against PAOK, we have Razan Lucescu as well. They're down into 29th right now, not the greatest start for them. 75% form for them coming at you in this one, just 1 defeat in the last 6. That was that loss against Galatasaray. Steaua Bucharest coming at you, 67% form for them right now, unbeaten in the last 5, including a 4-1 win over Rīgas most recently. They'll be both are in action prior to this game, and both are expected to win their respective games. Yes, I think so. But anyway, they have played 3 times since 2016, 1 win apiece and 1 draw, but all 3 of them were friendlies. I think Steaua Bucharest are going to find this one difficult this time around, and I don't know. I think PAOK may not lose this game. Going to go with a 2-1 win, maybe a shock, but of course it'd be a monumental if FCSB get the W on the road here. But I'm going to back the Greeks, 2-1 win, maybe for an upset. So back over to Belgium now as Union Saint-Gilloise take on, what are we looking at here? They are taking on Bodo Glimt. That's right, coming out to the Stade Rue Bourdon. Union Saint-Gilloise managed by Sebastian Pocanoli up against Klaus Knutsen's Bodo Glimt, who are just continue to stick around and, of course, be awkward in the European competitions. Union Saint-Gilloise without a win, though, in the last 5. Pretty grim stuff for them. Bodo Glimt, they're looking pretty good. 67% form for them. Right now winning 4 of the last 6, including a win over Porto most recently. Both sides are in action prior to this. Saint-Gilloise taking on Kudjic, Bodo Glimt taking on Christchund in their top flight. Both are at home, both are expected to win those games. But what about this game? No odds on here. Quite tricky to pick out. But I'm going to go with a 2-1 win, Bodo Glimt, against an out-of-form Saint-Gilloise to take it to the house. Back over to Turkey we go now, and it's Besiktas up against Frankfurt. Of course, it's Giovanni Van Bronckhorst up against Dino Topmuller in the dugouts, of course, as Besiktas coming out just 67% form for them right now, just 1 defeat in the last 6. They haven't lost any of the last 9 home matches, I believe. Up against a Frankfurt side, 75% form for them at the moment, just 1 defeat in the last 6. They have played once. It was a friendly back in July 2005. 1-1 it was back in the day. Besiktas bottom of the pile right now, 67% form, not great. Frankfurt, though, in 15th with 1 point to their name as well. Both sides are in action prior to this game. Both are expected to win their games, and both are on the road as well. But for me, I'm going to back. That's a very difficult one to call. Could be a draw, but I think I might be leaning towards a 2-1 win. Yes, I am. Besiktas taking it at home. Let's get over to the Dutchlands now as FC Twente. They take on Fenerbahce, that's right. Mourinho's boys up against Joseph Oosting of Twente. Played 5 times in 2009. 2 wins for Twente, 3 for Fenerbahce, and 0 draws between the two sides. Enschede, unbeaten in the last 4 matches, sits 16th at the table currently, up against Fenerbahce in 11th. Of course, opened it up with a win. Just 1 defeat in the last 6. Now, they played 5. 3 wins for Fenerbahce, 2 for Twente, no draws. Last time around at this very venue was a 1-0 win for Fenerbahce, of course, back in the 2023-24 campaign. That was just last season in the Conference League playoff. Of course, Fenerbahce on the 2-1 win over Saint-Gilloise most recently. Twente with that important 1-1 draw against Manchester United. No bookies odds here, though. We are going to go with a tight one, a difficult one, and I think I'm leaning towards the, oh my gosh, going with a 2-0 upset. Twente look good against United in Sparts, but at home, something else. 2-0 win to take it. Head on over to Sweden now as Elfsborg take on Roma. Of course, never played each other, these two sides. Oskar Högmark's Elfsborg coming at you, 58% form for them right now. Just 1 win in the last 5. Up against Roma under Ivan Djurjevic. Just 1 defeat in the last 6. They sit 20th currently in the table with 1 point. Elfsborg all the way down to 24th, 0 points, following on that 3-2 loss against AZ Alkmaar. Roma on the back of a 1-1 draw against Bilbao at home. Of course, first tricky match on the road for them. They're taking on Venezia this weekend. Elfsborg taking on Kalmar this weekend. Both sides expected to win those games to come out on top. But what about the bookies on this one? We don't have any odds. But Elfsborg will prove to be a stubborn opposition. I think Roma are not them, are not themselves at the moment. I don't know. They've got a bit of an identity crisis. So I'm going to sit on the fence with a goal fest here. 4 goals in it, 2-2 in the end. Over at the Bowls Arena. Now we have to Spain now as Bilbao take on AZ Alkmaar. That's right, of the San Mamés Stadium. Ernesto Valverde coming at you for Bilbao. 75% form for them right now. Just 1 defeat in the last 6. They sit 16th in this table with just 1 point. Up against AZ Alkmaar, looking pretty fantastic right now. 92% form for them. They're in 9th with 3 points at the moment. But if they were to finish in 9th, they would fall outside that guaranteed spot in the next round. Anyway, they play 3 times, these two sides. 2 wins out of the 3 for Martin's boys. That's AZ Alkmaar. No wins for Bilbao. There's been 1 draw between the two sides. Last time around at this very venue, the San Mamés, there's a 2-2 draw back in December 2015. Bilbao on the back of that 1-1 draw against Roma. AZ with a 3-2 win over Elfsborg. Both sides in action prior to this. Both expected to win. And both are playing at home as well prior to this. Bookies for this one will find it difficult. And I think I'm leaning towards Athletic Bilbao victory here at their own turf. 2-1 win. The San Mamés. And of course, they need to win these kind of games because these are quite an evenly matched sort of sides here. I think AZ Alkmaar, a dark horse to go the distance. Of course, that is mostly... There was a bit of a glitch in my setup here. I did did skip out the Victoria Pilsen Ludogorets Razgrad one. So we'll head over there now. We may not have the graphic for you, but we'll talk about it. I'll give you my hot take on that. It's over in the Czechia. It is, of course, Pilsen with Miroslav Kubic in the dugout up against Ludogorets Razgrad with Igor Djurdjevic in the dugout. Of course, played twice since 2016. Nothing for Pilsen, one for Ludogorets, one draw. Of course, Pilsen 67% form for them right now, just one defeat in the last 6. Ludogorets just one defeat in the last 6 as well, 75% form, and that last defeat was that one defeat was their last match against Slavia Prague last time around. Pilsen with a massive 3-3 draw against Frankfurt on this one. Last time they played at this very venue over in Czechia, it was a 2-2 draw back in August 2016. Got no bookies odds on this one. Both sides in action prior to this game as well, both expected to win. I'm going to sit on the fence on this one. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw. The graphic might not represent it here, but it's there. It's 1-1. Just job done for me on this one. Did I say 1-1? I did say 1-1. So please take that to the bank. Why don't you? And of course, don't forget to take the Prediction League to your bank. They're completely free, 100%. Get in amongst it, get predicting. And of course, don't forget to vote. 100% free. Cutley/vote BRFC. It is 100% free. I do appreciate your love in there. Best club content creator, football league, best podcast football league. It is free. And if you can do me a bigger favor, please vote a couple times just to keep the heat on the big boys. I do appreciate the loving, guys. Make sure you smash the like, smash the subscribe. We are busy all the way through the week, but until then, we are done.